Greetings YouTube and the RPG Brigade, Rhaegar here for a response video. Now I hadn't really planned to do any response videos today. I hadn't really planned to do any kind today. I've just got in from work, a little bit tired, so I apologise if I look a bit worn and ragged. But I saw a video recently, well very recently, by sameoldji about the game Utopia. And when I look at YouTube videos at the moment, I look at a video and think, can I respond to that? Do I have anything to add to that? Can I bring something forward? And if I have, you know, I'll make a video and hopefully contribute to the conversation. Now, when I first watched this video, I thought, well, I don't really have much experience with the perfect game or, you know, really intense, immersive games. That's fine, because compared to some of you guys, I've only played in a small number of, you know, sessions. But after thinking about it for a while, through a different part of my life, through a recent experience in my life, in fact, it sort of gives me a bit of a wisdom that I feel I should share. And this is like, I'll get straight to the point. Like with this sort of game, and I respect anyone in the YouTube community who strives for perfection in their game, strives for that perfect game. That is an admirable goal. But here's the thing, right? You can try too hard, and recently in my life, I did that. It's been completely different from my RPGs. I tried so hard to avoid something happening, then it happened anyway, because my focus was so intense that it forced something that I didn't want to happen. And this is essentially what I'm getting at with RPGs. If you try and force immersion too much, if you try and force it, like try and force people to concentrate and try and block out everything, it won't happen. What I'd say is strive for the perfect moment. Create better stories, create more interesting characters, educate your players in RPGs, get them more involved, so that it happens naturally, an organic immersion. What I'm saying is, you know that you've got it right when, despite the distractions of dogs, parents, cars, girlfriends, etc., despite that, people are still in the game, they're still focused, they're still interested in what you're saying, they're hanging off every word. You know, the story is really hitting the high notes, and you know you've got it when you're looking at dice rolls, right? Look here, one of my actual dice from my games. Hey, there you go, welcome. You know, when these dice, now these dice are immersion breakers. No, they're not a sword or an axe. But when you pick this dice up, and you realise that this roll actually means something, like you care about the result, you want the result to go in your favour or go against something or achieve a certain aim. When you know that this role matters, that's when you're on the right track, that's when you've got it. That perfect moment as the players, everyone's watching you roll that dice because it means something. Okay, for instance, you know, if I roll this dice now and it gets lower than 10, I may not post this video. That makes this role matter, that makes this role important. So who knows if you'll even see it. We'll check that out later. Right. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. You know, you don't want to strangle the game and lose the organic, because the humour can add to a game. You know that can bring the players in, and you know you shouldn't try and control a situation like this. You know, stories aren't you know, even though the game master is the overall control of what's happening, he doesn't have total control in a sense. The players have a percentage investment in that game. So if you're trying to force things to happen, then that creative sort of to and fro is going to suffer from it. So you know, I'm trying to say is just, you know, let it happen. Don't worry about it. I mean, I'm not saying that you should not concentrate, and concentration is important, but just let it happen and give it a chance, right? You know, let that magic happen, and then you'll know, and you know, you have those moments where players years later talk about those moments, the highs, the lows, the deaths, the victories. You know, those things you should treasure, because that's one of the highs of RPGs when that happens. So yeah, gaming Utopia is not impossible, but it should not be forced. Until next time, guys.